What is up, guys? It's Pax Productions here today with another video for you guys. And today, I am going to be doing my NFC North 2022-2023 predictions. So, guys, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Last year, I made these in like late July, going into August. So it was pretty tough to get the rest out. But like last year, I'm going to be predicting the whole NFL's divisions, predictions, all of them, like I did last year. I like doing those videos for you guys. They seem to do pretty good. So, yeah. Comment down below what division you want me to do next. I'm starting with the NFC, so anybody else, like the West, South, or East. But for this video, the first one, since this is a Packers channel, we're going to be doing the NFC North 2022-2023 predictions. So, yeah. So the NFC North has a pretty hard schedule this year, not going to lie. They got to play Bills, they got to play Cowboys, the Commanders aren't that good, but they do have to play that the whole East. So, yeah, let's get right into the video, starting with the Minnesota Vikings, 12-5. You know, I feel like the Vikings going into the season, a lot of people are hyping them up a lot. I don't see them missing the playoffs this year, though. You know, a lot of people have been, you know, saying Kirk Cousins is going to lead them to, you know, the playoffs and stuff. I really don't think it'll be more Kirk Cousins. I think it'll be Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, and Dalvin Cook is what's going to lead them to that playoffs. You know, I don't see them missing it this year, though, after last year. They did have a pretty good year last year, but, you know, all those weapons, I just can't see them missing the playoffs 3 years in a row. I just can't see it happening. So I think they'll go 12-5. I think they'll at least beat the Packers once, like they do every year. They beat the Packers at least once. I do think they'll sweep the Lions and Bears. You know, the Bears and the Lions. You know, they lost to them last year, but you know, it's a different team this year, and I feel like the Vikings, who had a decent draft this year, are going to be able to actually do something. So yeah, I think 12-5 is a good place to put them. You know, they got to play the Bills, they got to play the Packers twice, they got to play the Cardinals, and the Cowboys. So, you know, they have a little bit of a tough schedule, but I see them going 12-5. I feel like they're going to have a decent year, but I feel like, you know, this is going to be the year where they actually fight hard, and they're going to want to make the playoffs this year. So, I see them going 12-5, so a little bit of a boost from last year. And, yeah, I think 12-5 is the right place to put the Vikings. 2, we got the Chicago Bears, 7-10. You know, a lot of, you know, Bears fans, you know, they think the Bears are going to go somewhere this year. You know, I see them doing a little better than last year. I don't remember their record last year, but I think 7-10 is just the place to put them this year. I mean, that team, they lost so much in the offseason. They lost Allen Robinson, their number one target, and they lost Khalil Mack. So, you know, they lost two big pieces to their offense and defense. They got to play the Packers twice, got to play the Vikings twice, got to play the Bills, obviously, got to play the Patriots. I mean, it's just not an easy schedule for them, and I don't feel like Justin Fields is going to have, you know, a big blowout this year. I just can't see it happening. You know, it's only his second year. It's his first year without Andy Dalton on the sidelines, so he doesn't really have a mentor this year. So I feel like they'll go 7-10. You know, maybe they'll make the playoffs next year or a couple years in the future, but I don't see it happening this year, just because they lost so much in the offseason, and I don't see Darnell Mooney making a, you know, just having a huge breakout year, like, you know, being top 10 at the end of the year. I just don't see it happening. But, yeah, I see them going 7-10, and, yeah. Next, we got the Detroit Lions, 6-11. You know, the Lions last year had a horrible year. I mean, toward the end of the year, they got better. They had a chance to make the playoffs at the end of the year. But I see them going 6-11. You know, it's a boost from last year. And honestly, I think Lions fans aren't really worried about making the playoffs this year. Obviously, they want it, but I think they're just kind of worrying about getting at least 6 wins. That's what I heard. I mean, they at least want 6 wins. And the Lions and Jets had two of the best drafts in the whole league this year. They had two of the best drafts, in my opinion. They did. But the Lions, you know, you got to play the Packers twice, the Lions twice. I think they will beat the Bears. I think they're going to beat the Bears. I think they can do that. But, the Lions also have a tougher schedule. Got obviously Bills, all these teams. But I don't see the Lions just making a huge difference from last year and just making the playoffs. I just can't see it happening. Jared Goff, he didn't have the best year last year. I don't see him, completely balling out. They got St. Brown, who isn't bad. But, I just don't see much improvement in that team besides, getting 6 wins, which I think is what they're really worried about. They're kind of in a rebuild right now. But, yeah, so I see the Lions going 6-11. Better than last year, but, not as good. So, yeah, I see them going 6-11, and yeah. But not least, where the heck is it? We got the Green Bay Packers, 13-4. So I went through the schedule, I kind of looked at it. The Packers have a pretty tough schedule. I see them losing to the Buccaneers in week 3. I don't think we'll beat the Buccaneers. And then, got to play the Rams. Don't think we'll beat the Rams. Bills, I don't see us beating the Bills either. It's a possibility. But like I said in the beginning, the Packers always lose at least one game to the Vikings. Always lose at least one game to the Vikings. So, I see us going 13-4. I think those 4 losses will be, pretty good to put us at losses. But, other than that, got to play the Patriots, Giants, Jets, Commanders, Titans. Or, is that Titans? I didn't know he played the Titans, but you got to play the Titans. So tougher teams, but I do see the Packers went 13-4. People think the Packers are just going to tank this year just because we don't have Devontae, even though without Devontae, we're 9-0. So I think there's a possibility for everything. I mean, we got Allen Lazard, you got Amari Rodgers, who's getting better, and, you got the 2 draft picks. So I really think that there will be improvement. I don't think we're just going to completely tank because, especially on defense, Za'Darius. Everyone thinks it's such a big deal. We don't have Za'Darius Smith, even though he didn't play half the year last year. But, they're getting Jair back. They're going to have Adrian Amos. They're going to have Eric Stokes, who is coming off a breakout year in his rookie season. So I think 13-4 is a good place to put them. And you got Aaron Rodgers, so you never know with Aaron Rodgers. But, I can see the Packers winning the division. That's an unbiased opinion. I really do see the Packers winning the division this year. I don't see any other team. I think the Vikings can cut it close, but I think the Packers will be able to take the spot. So, yeah, that's all I really got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, let me know down below who you want me to do next, what division you want me to do next, and I will do it. So, thank you guys for watching the video. Go Pack Go. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.